This is the Conscious Hour. What's really interesting is I just got done watching a two really remarkable videos from Elon Musk. I had two quick phone calls from him a while back. They were short, about 2 minutes long. One of them was regarding to the what I called the credit and debit system that I'd already seen for the world. And he commented back on a real income. And I commented back to him, no, it's not income. A base credit is given to everyone in the world from the time they're 13 years of age on. A base credit. So you get in the United States, which is a livable wage, 70, 89,000, 80,500 credits. So we'll just round it off. You get 80,000 credits. Once you get that from the time you're 13 years old, you can manifest whatever it is that you've been born with, that passion about life. Everybody has it. But the problem is we lived in an old system where the oligarchs control everything and suppress your ability to live. That's why there's so much distrust and hatred and wars, because we have never been able to live to manifest our full destiny. Kind of like what Jesus spoke to us about. Don't kill people. Don't judge people. Embrace this gift of life. Imagine a world where there's no countries, literally. There's no borders. Now, what do you need borders for? Borders are created because of conquering. Oh, well, we'll conquer this country so we can add it to our country. And let's fight over this border and let's do this. And it's been going on forever. We don't need to do it anymore. We know that our system has failed us. We know that we're on the eve of destruction. We know that Netanyahu is an example of greed the machine. Would rather blow the world up if he doesn't get his way. So it's time for the I heart, that beating heart, to manifest its destiny on planet Earth. What's shocking is this thing I didn't turn on. It just came on my television tonight. So I call it divine intervention. And what God's been telling me to do is speak from my heart. So I will speak from my heart. From the time I was a little kid, I was always trying to figure out why the world was so fucked up. How was it so fucked up? And how could it really get unfucked? It's simple. Here it is. Reboot 3.0. Everyone gets a base credit in every country of the world. The United States is 80,000 credits from the time you're 13 years old. Imagine that, young 13-year-olds. You've got 80,000 credits. You're sitting in a school that's boring your mind. You're learning drabble-de-doo, whatever, upchuck. Same old stuff that bored everybody. But now you get to manifest what you want to do with your life. You know how to speak, you know how to write, you know how to read. You're on your way. Now we're banking on the human potential. But we take that and we go around the world. Everybody in every country gets a base credit. I don't care if you're in Ilutura, if you're in South Africa, if you're wherever you are, you'll get your base credit. Once we do that, we don't have to have income tax and all this stuff. No, it's real simple. We don't need governments. We don't need elected officials. All we need is a government that runs the services, keeps the operational system going in the designated geographical location. We'll call it the United States of America. Let's call it North America. So we combine our efforts, we keep everything flowing, the energy, the transportation, and everything, and that's it. You have one ID. Your one ID is your debit and credit card. It's your ID. That's it. You can go anywhere in the world because there's no borders. You don't need a passport. You've got your ID. That's all they care about. Once we get to that equation where we all have a base credit, there's no need for wars. There's no need for crimes. And some people will still commit crimes, but they really won't because they'll have the credits they need and they'll go, wow, I don't want to go rip somebody off and get shot, man. I think I'd rather just create what I want to do with my life. Wow. Imagine that, banking on the human potential, that beating heart inside yourself when you're crying out and you have no money and you're scared to death because you don't know if you can make it. That's all gone. That's all gone. We've created heaven on earth because we've manifested the fact that we respect all life, not just humans, all life. People go out in the woods and they see nature and they just love nature. We're going to love everything on planet Earth. And just think, you can go anywhere in the world. If you had a dream and said, oh, honey, I always wanted to you get to go to Europe. Yeah, you want to go to Australia, you get to go to Australia. You get to travel around the world because you don't have to worry about money. You get to manifest what it is that you really want to do. Maybe you just want to write books. Maybe you want to build a spaceship. I don't know. It doesn't make any difference. But the one thing we do have in common is we all love life. And we have to remember 3 important verses. Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not judge, and love your neighbor like you love yourself. Because when you do, life is incredibly beautiful. Thanks for tuning into the Conscious Hour. It's our conscious hour to manifest our destiny on planet Earth, which is heaven on earth. Please like and share, and please donate to the 501c3. It's a nonprofit. So I can keep things rolling and I can give money to people that need it. Right now we have to give money, but in the future we don't. We have the credit and debit system.